Cheeky Sport Dave here with the one and only Mr. Gareth A. Davis. That's right, we're back at another major open workout. Gareth, what are we here for?
Well, we're here to stay out of the rain, first of all, because the first thing to report, Amir, 2 years out of the ring, that brutal knockout by Canelo Alvarez in Las Vegas 2 years ago. He's back for the first time against the Canadian big mouth, Phil Greco, the Italian sensation, who had a cup of water poured over him at the press conference. We're indoors, Dave. We were going to be outside in the rain. Just spin the camera a little minute. Just look out there. The ring was originally outside. Thank God we moved inside because we didn't bring any cheeky sport umbrellas with us today.
No, we didn't. We didn't have a canopy either.
But it's a big night. Lots of Liverpool fighters on the card. Tasha Jonas, who's behind us right now. Imagine being hit by that if you came home late at night, yeah? Well, just listen to that. Tasha Jonas on the card, 5-0, fighting for a title for the first time. Anthony Fowler, lots of Liverpool fighters. Tommy Coyle, Coyle and Masterdodd on the top of the card, Commonwealth title fight. It's going to be a great night.
It is going to be a great night, and that's why we've got a special competition for you guys. That's right, we're giving away 3 pairs of tickets to the fight this Saturday. One on Facebook, one on Twitter, and another one on Instagram. If you're watching on Facebook, like the William Hill Facebook page and answer in the comments. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet the post and follow at William Hill. Reply with the answer and the hashtag #ConLowGreco.
What's the question then?
Yeah. Don't worry, it's coming. The question's coming. And there's a bonus chance to enter on Instagram. Follow William Hill. Like the post with the Amir Khan video. The question is, who did Amir Khan beat when he last fought in the UK? You know what I mean? Gareth was talking about this earlier on.
It wasn't Brook.
You must be over 18 to enter, and you need to sort out your own travel and accommodation because we ain't paying for that. Okay? Full terms and conditions. Go to williamhill.com/tickets. Khan tickets. Yeah. Fantastic.
So behind us, let's go this way in the ring, as we said. Course, who went on to win gold at lightweight. I think the noise that day in the XL Arena when Katie and Tasha fought was, I think, was louder than a jumbo jet taking off with 10,000 people. And anyway, see what I mean about the noise?
Absolutely. See the focus.
Come with us, cameraman. Come with us. Well, we're looking at Tasha Jonas there. Look at those left uppercuts and left hooks.
Listen, I think
Joe Gallagher's breathing hard there. I mean, you know, he wouldn't. Tash gave us a little bit of a giggle there, but she's really accurate, hard punching today. But a big night for her because she is fighting for a title for the first time. 5-0, of course, having stepped away from the sport. Had a child, came back, saw the explosion in women's boxing around the world, and I think she made the right move at the right time to come back into the sport. There's a Katie Taylor fight down the line. Eddie Hearn promotes Katie Taylor. She's on the matchroom cards. Big Eddie's over there.
Oh, yeah.
Eddie's over in the corner. Always talking, isn't he?
Always
talking, always promoting something. You know? But no, I think it's a very wise decision by Tasha to come back.
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Obviously working hard with Joe Gallagher there, and you know, she had the unlucky draw of coming up against Katie Taylor in the Olympics. I mean, you know, she got her in the quarterfinal. I think that day, I think it was 10,000 people in the XL Arena, and the noise, I'm not joking, it was unbelievable. It was the biggest noise you'd heard in the entire Olympic Games, even noisier than I think the Anthony Joshua final.
Are you serious?
Oh, well, Katie Taylor at the time could have fought Minnie Mouse and filled out Croke Park because she was so popular in Ireland, you know. She'd been an Irish football international. She'd won 6 or 7 world titles in the amateurs in a row. It was the women's first entry into the Olympic Games in 2012, of course. And Tasha was Britain's first boxing female boxer in the Olympics with who was it now? It was of course, it was Nicola Adams who won the flyweight.
Yep.
And we had the middleweight, I'll remember her name in a minute, Savannah Marshall. So those 3 girls were the first women ever to represent Great Britain in the Olympics in 2012.
Amazing, absolutely incredible. And we'll be having a chance to speak to her very shortly. Yeah. But just to give you guys a quick update on the odds, basically for the Amir Khan and Greco fight. Amir Khan to win, we've got 1-20. Greco to win by any means, 8-1. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, look, if you want to talk about the hyping of the main event, if you like,
yeah.
Phil Greco came over here to the press conference. He abused Amir Khan in a way by kind of talking about his marital problems at the time. Amir lost his rag, threw a cup of water over him. I've spoken to Amir about this. He said, look, I just wanted to shut him up. If I really wanted to shut him up, I'd thrown the glass at him as well, yeah. But thankfully, he just put the water over him. But all it did was it lit a fire under Amir. Look, Phil Greco, the Italian sensation, who's actually fought in a restaurant, believe it or not. One of his fights was in the restaurant Siciliana or something in Syracuse. He's been brought over here to lose against Amir Khan. Not deliberately to lose, but matched to lose. We'll talk about his record a bit later, but
absolutely.
Amir Khan, if he cannot beat Phil Greco, not look good against him, he cannot have aspirations to go on and win a world title again.
Without a shadow of a doubt, and that puts a big stinker on the Brook fight. Absolutely.
Listen, if Amir Khan loses this, there will be no Brook fight.
There'll be no and Greco came and said he's here to spoil the party. He's here to mess up the party. He wants to fight Brook.
Oh, he's going to create a sloppy Joe if he can, you know, in the Italian food parlance. He is after creating a sloppy Joe on Saturday night.
For Amir Khan to win by KO, TKO or DQ is 1-3.
Good odds. For
that to happen for Phil Greco, it's 12-1. Decision and points, it goes 5-2 to Amir Khan or 25-1. For Phil Greco.
I can't see Greco winning on points. If he's very stubborn in this fight and very resilient, I can see him, Amir, winning on points. But it wouldn't surprise me to see Amir get tagged and slightly hurt during the fight if he's overeager and he kind of oversteps himself.
Yep.
But if he boxes from range and uses his speed and his footwork and his hand speed, I expect him to break Greco down and stop him by about the 7th or 8th round.
Absolutely. Right now we've got Mr. Coyle in the ring. What do we know about Coyle?
He's a very, very tough veteran lightweight fighter. The last time he was in a massive profile fight was, of course, against Luke Campbell in Hull. A big night in Hull outdoors at the Hull Kingston Rovers. I thought Hull Rugby League Stadium. No, it was a great night, a balmy night with all the fans there. Hull's a big fighting town, and that's just the women, let alone the men. I mean, you can't even go for a kebab without a fight late at night in Hull, let's be honest. No, Coyle is a very determined, a very kind of accomplished lightweight veteran, quite a decorated British boxer in many ways. Not elite or world level, but he will have aspirations to do that. I mean, if we can just pan through us and have a look at him, he's in top physical condition.
Without a shadow of a doubt. What's his
he likes to infight. He's very powerful. He's a rugged man. Look at that. Look at that vicious infighting, the uppercuts. He likes to get inside. You know, look at him. You wouldn't want to mess with that in a dark lane on a Saturday night, would you?
Not in the slightest.
Even the security guys are looking like they wouldn't want to mess with him. Don't be daft, they're telling me. Don't be daft. That's what we live for. We live for those dark alleys on a Saturday night when we can let our hands go. Listen, I've got to thank the security guys for providing us with gum today. Now, neither of us have got dog breath, and people are being friendly with us.
But we do have a special person stepping in right here with us. How you doing?
Hi Tash, how you doing?
Good to see you.
You're looking very well, and you're hitting the pads very, very hard.
Oh, yeah. It's it's a part of my training. I've always knew I could punch, but it's getting the technique right with it, and with Joe's help, that's come along, and the lad's giving me instructions as well, and there you go. You see the results. I just got to get it off and fight night now.
I don't want to say I knew you when you were a young girl, but I kind of knew you when you were a young girl. You were pretty young, but the thing was, we were just talking about this. I was just saying while you were in there, kind of, as I was saying, God, I wouldn't want to be late home if Tash was angry. It's just saying how, obviously, you were one of the groundbreakers in 2012 in terms of the women's boxing. That quarter-final with Katie Taylor literally took the roof off the XL. I mean, there were 10,000 people in there who sound like 100,000. You went away from the sport for a while. You became a mum, of course, and then you came back to the sport. You're 5-0, and it feels like you've come back at a really good time in women's boxing.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity was there. That's the reason I came back, and throughout my amateur career and my professional, I've always just wanted to do my best, and I've never wanted to, look back and think what if, because if, buts and why. So I've just done it, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does, then I've done it. Do you know what I mean?
How do you see the fight playing out on Saturday?
To be honest, I don't know too much about my opponent, but it's not about like me building on air strength. It's about me putting my strengths and imposing my strengths on air. So that's what I'm meant to do. I know I've got I've had the best of sparring. Joe sorted me out with all the lads in the gym and others, and I've just got to perform on fight night. That's it.
You've always sparred with the boys, haven't you? About Rotunda and all over the place. And one of the things that is so self-evident from your amateur days is just how much carry you've now got through your shots. Yeah. It was I wouldn't say you were pitter-pat before, but amateur boxing is very different. And there was a lot of silence in the room when you were going through your pad work there, and a lot of people going, "Wow." I mean, how have you worked on that power?
It was just, it was loosening up. It was.
Is it woman's strength? Is it mum's strength?
It's mum's strength.
Mum's strength. You get your dad says mum's strength.
Yeah. So I think there is some research behind having a baby and coming back stronger, but I think it's more just working on my technique and Joe helping me with that. So following through with my shots. Not. You're right, in amateur at the time when I was boxing, it was about scoring points, so you didn't have to win the rounds, and this is about stopping your opponent in your tracks and winning the rounds and hurting people. My research in life dictates that every drop of blood when you become a mum or dad is stronger and harder and more powerful. That you carry. I wouldn't argue. I wouldn't argue. And I'm just trying to remember now. How old is your daughter? 2. 2 is she? Okay. Yeah. Will she get to see mum? 2 going on 15. Yeah. Really? Teenager nearly. Does she know mum boxes? As soon as my hair goes in the braid, she says, "Mummy, you're boxing." So she knows that's fight mode. That's fight mode. She's got her hair in braids at the minute, so she thinks she's fighting. Big return fight for Amir Khan this Saturday. What's your thoughts on it? He's had a long time out. Yeah. It's a good start. He's not coming straight from the bottom. The Greco's got a bit of experience behind him. I watched him spar on Saturday. He sparred really well, and again, he's just got to come in and put a show on and get everyone back interested in talking about him. How long were you out? Was it 2.5 years? 2.5 years. Yeah. So what will Khan have gone through being out 2.5 years or 2 years? Personally, from my experience, your body can do anything as long as your mind's with it. But it takes a while to get back boxing fit. Yeah. So there's being fit and being able to do 20 pull-ups, 20 press-ups and whatever. But it's not the same as being boxing sharp and boxing fit. So that may take a fight or 2 to get into. You might. That's it. the director is doing circles in the air like this. You know what that? Everyone knows what that means. But I'm going to ask one more question, which is, we were talking about it when you were in there. Obviously, Katie Taylor is promoted by Matchroom as well. Is that a fight you're targeting down the line? I think it's a fight on everyone's lips. That's the question that won't go away. Everyone keeps asking me. I'm focused on my own, achieving what I can in my own weight division. We're not even in the same weight division as of yet. But we both know the potential's there for a big women's super fight. And you're going to rinse her this time? Listen, I don't come in to lose. I don't come to lose. Revenge, rinse, repeat. Revenge, rinse, repeat. Exactly. I cannot wait to see you fight her. Thanks, Tash. Thank you so much. Thank you. And good luck on Saturday. Thank you. Thanks, my love. Cheers. Thank you. Oh, man. I know. Absolutely love her. Absolutely. Well, guys, just to let you guys know once again, we've got a massive competition for you guys to win tickets to this fight on Saturday. There are many ways of winning. If you're watching this on Facebook, like the William Hill Facebook page and answer the question in the comments. I know you're wondering, what is the question? The question's coming. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, retweet this post and follow @WilliamHill and reply with the answer with the hashtag KhanLowGreco. The question is, who did Amir Khan beat when he last fought in the UK? It's not Cal Brook. Mr. Tommy Coyle. Hey. I said Mr. Tommy Cooper then, but it's not. Tommy, how are you? Very well, yourself? Good, thank you. I was just saying how we were just commenting a little bit on. Look, we know these two are friends, but where's your Batman and Robin outfits today, anyway? What's going on? Listen, it's fight week. It's time to get serious. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're not messing around now. Well, he is. Yeah, well, he's an idiot. Well, there's a bit of smack talk for you right there here on William Hill's Facebook Live show. He's an idiot. He said that, not me, by the way. Yeah. So, Tommy, I was just saying how
you're a veteran fighter. You're very well known to the British audience. You're very rugged. You love to fight rugged and inside. We saw that within the combinations there. But you can also box very adeptly and adroitly as well. And I remember going back to speaking to you after the fight with Luke Campbell. You wish you'd boxed better in that fight back in Hull on a great night in Hull. I know it wasn't the best night for you, but it was a great night in a sense.
Listen, I go in there with the best of intentions and the best of plans, but I can't help what I am or who I am, and you know, I take one on the chin, and it becomes a fight, and I just do whatever I feel I need to do is necessary to win. So,
are you taking Masterdodd's Commonwealth title home on?
100%. I'd hate to take his breakfast though, but I'll take the I'll take the title for sure.
He's even listening to the interview up there while he skips. A bit of trash talk going on while we're doing this.
No, listen,
try and ignore him. Yeah.
Mash is a top kid. I'm a fan of his. I think he's a great fighter. I love all the Liverpool fans. I'm dead happy to be fighting here in Liverpool, but you know, come Saturday night, I've got a job to do, and I've got a title to take back to Hull with me.
But obviously, this is live and direct on William Hill right now. Your current odds to win are 11 to 10.
Okay.
Which is pretty strong.
Almost evens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty strong.
But what's his?
Oh, his 8 to 11.
I don't understand these odds. Like, I'll be honest. So he's the favourite, yeah.
Very, very marginal.
Very
marginal.
Listen,
favourite.
it's a 50-50 fight.
Exactly.
It's a good fight. It's a tough fight. Real fans are the wins. The real fans are the win. The real winners are the fans. Third time lucky. It's going to be a great fight, and I hope everyone's going to tune in and enjoy it.
Well, I think it's great that you're the headline event with Khan as the chief support.
Yes.
To be honest. No, really. But
is this true?
No, because
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, because this is a huge fight. We're all super looking forward to it.
Oh, okay.
Is your fight not coming in after Khan and Greco?
I'm not sure.
I think it is.
My job is to turn up and have a fight. I don't mind if I was on first. I just got to get in there.
Yeah.
As long as I get out of the ring last, I ain't bothered.
When was the last time you guys spoke? Before you guys
Do you know what?
still in?
He's mad, right? Because I've obviously followed his career. My manager manages him. And we'd not actually ever met. We just followed one another on social medias, followed each other's careers. And I got in touch with him before the last press conference. I said, listen,
There's one in January, yeah?
I said, let's have a giggle. I said, let's go fancy dress. And the first time I actually met Masterdodd was in the disabled toilets, and I was actually putting his Batman cape on for him. So,
wow.
Yeah, it is mad. It's a mad old sport. But that's how it should be.
It's brilliant.
There's no need for the trash talk. You know, we're two honest kids who are going to go in there and leave it all on the line, and the best man will win.
That's why we love the boxing in that sense. That you know, and in that sense, you two are thoroughbred boxers. You know, you flick the switch basically. It's a sport for you. You're very hard men, both of you. You flick this. Oh, there you go.
I love the game.
You enjoy it. You love it.
You don't feel like you have a job then?
No, I have a very successful wellbeing company back home, and I've sold fruit and veg all my life. I don't box, you know, to make a living. I box because I genuinely love having a fight. I'm a better person for having a fight. I'd be in an asylum if I didn't fight.
How's the weather affecting the veg at the moment?
Oh, it's tough at the minute. Listen, we got some great strawberries on sale at the minute. 2 for £2.
Where's
sugar sweet and ready to eat.
Where's the stall?
King Edward Street, Hull City Centre.
Hey,
we got
strawberries in the land.
Hey, we got a William Hill as well down King Edward Street.
William Hill down there, strawberries. What more do you need?
What more do you need?
If you want a fist fight, he's behind the store.
Hey, listen, if you don't pay for him, there'll be a fist fight.
But I bet the weather is playing havoc with the veg, really. Let's get serious for a moment, yeah?
Listen, we live like paupers in the winter, but in the summer we live like kings. The weather is just changing, so we're gonna start to come off beans on toast now and start to have steak and potatoes.
All right, switching up.
So you know what to do. Go and buy a bag of strawberries, get your beans on toast, nip down to William Hill afterwards in Hull. Lovely day out. That's Saturday morning, yeah?
Absolutely.
Putting the money on your man here.
Before you get down to the fight, but basically, obviously, Khan, Greco, what's your thoughts on that one?
Oh, I think Khan just...
No worries, don't worry.
That's some...
You see what I'm saying?
That is some reaction.
I'm telling you, mate. I'm telling you, been around a few boxes.
I think Khan boxes the lugs off him.
Yeah?
Do you think he stops him?
Maybe
mid to
stops
late?
him late, yeah. 7 still until then.
No, that's Khan and Greco. Hey, nosy! This, by the way, this is brilliant to see between two boxers, by the way. You don't genuinely often get this. It is really special, and it's... Just mark this, that these two guys are brilliant as boxers, that they can act like this with each other.
So it looks like he's been on the sunbeds, yeah?
Yeah, he's hammered it.
He's hammered the sunbeds.
Pure vanity, eh?
Listen, I think all boxers are vain, genuinely. I've just started buying that touch-up spray for the top of my
top of your head?
Yeah, just when I go out now, I've started spraying the top of my hair. You could do something.
All kinds of revelations today on the Facebook Live.
Absolutely.
No, listen, it's good, but jokes aside, it's a serious game, and Saturday night, I'm here to clean up. I'm here to win the Commonwealth title and do it in superb fashion.
I do hope so. It's a great division lightweight because there's so many great fights out there for you. There's the fight again with Campbell, which could happen. Absolutely. There's Crawler knocking about, Flanagan, he's moved up to light welter. But there's so many great lightweight fights out there. Who for you is the best lightweight in the world? Is it Garcia, Mikey Garcia, or would Linares beat him?
You know what? Linares, Lomachenko, Mikey Garcia. I was watching Mikey Garcia last night on Sky against Adrian Broner.
Oh, against Broner, he hammered him.
And he made him look
very
normal, yeah, I like Mikey Garcia. I don't know, like you say, the lightweight division's absolutely red hot at the minute. Masterdodd's not a bad lightweight.
Come on, make him look ordinary on Saturday night.
Absolutely, that's the plan, let me tell you.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Tommy. Brilliant sport. Thanks, mate. Thank you very much. Cheers, Tommy.
Absolutely. Oh, man. Listen, what a guy. What a guy, both of them. The pair of them.
No, we'll get Masher down in a minute. I'm sure. Well, he won't have Tommy in the corner from the ring.
You never know; he might hang around you.
No, he's gone. No, because what you got to remember, what day are we? It's Tuesday, is it today?
Yeah.
No, they got a way to go before the
actual fight.
No, before the weigh-ins.
Yeah.
So there'll be a little bit of weight cutting, but he looks in terrific shape. You got a competition for us, haven't you?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We've got a competition running on the Facebook, on the Twitter, and on the Instagram. Give me just 1 second. I'll let you guys know all about what that looks like. Well, basically, on the Facebook, all you need to do is like the William Hill Facebook page and share the link and answer the question I'm about to give you in the comments. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet the post and follow at William Hill. Reply with the answer and hashtag Greco. There's a bonus chance to enter on Instagram as well. Follow at William Hill. Like the post with the Amir Khan video. The question is, who did Amir Khan beat when he last fought in the UK?
I'm not telling you. You need to go and look it up. It's easy to find. Boxrec.com.
Hey, listen.
Amir Khan, Wikipedia, Google.com. Not difficult.
You must be over 18 to enter, and you need to sort out your own travel and accommodation because we ain't paying for that. Okay, obviously we're here for the big.
Let's hype the main event.
Yeah, let's hype them. Let's bring some life and soul to the main event. Now, obviously, a lot of people are obviously putting Lo Greco as an way outsider. There's always a punching chance, isn't there?
Listen, he calls himself the Italian sensation. He's come here, as I said earlier, to create a sloppy Joe situation. Yeah, he wants to mess up. He wants a spaghetti bolognese of Amir Khan. He wants to mince him. Yeah, he wants to draw Khan, who's going to use his speed and his footwork to come in and out and completely outbox and outspeed Lo Greco. I'm going to start talking about Lo Greco's credentials.
Please.
He's got 28 wins and 15 knockouts.
Yep.
He's a very decent mid-level welterweight. He's smaller than Khan. He's stocky. He likes to get his hands away, but he's not particularly fast. He's got two big losses in his career, which were to Errol Spence and to Sean Porter. No shame there. Those two are elite guys. I mean, Amir Khan would struggle with both those guys now, I believe. Maybe not so much Sean Porter, but certainly Errol Spence. And these are the kind of guys that Amir wants to fight. So he's got to make mincemeat himself of Lo Greco.
Yeah. So the pressure is heavily on Amir Khan.
It's totally on him.
Because Lo Greco's basically just a fighter that's picked, in essence, some people might say picked to lose. In it.
Yeah, listen, I met Amir Khan 15 years ago, Cheeky, and he was a 16-year-old kid that wanted to go to the Olympics. He'd won the World Youth Olympics. He was incredibly talented, The British team was saying he was too young to go to the Olympics for the UK at the age, for Great Britain at the age of 17. He looked for, because he has Pakistani heritage, he tried to threaten the British setup by saying, no, I'm going to go and box for Pakistan then. But he didn't. They put him in, age 17, in the Athens Olympics, and he was brilliant against a double Olympic gold medalist called Mario Kindelan, reached a final against the Cuban, lost in the final, got kind of outmanned, old-manned in the final, but still looked absolutely brilliant. In the last 15 years, Amir has really, I mean, he doesn't even need to box anymore. He's a very wealthy man. He's moved up the weight divisions. He's fought great names. Yes, he never got the fight with Manny Pacquiao or Floyd Mayweather that he wanted, but he went to the States. He made a name for himself. I think he went a little bit too early. He joined the pro ranks under Frank Warren. You know, he beat Mario, he beat Marco Antonio Barrera. He won his first world title against Andreas Kotelnik. Was absolutely brilliant, and he needs to re-establish the style that won him his best victories, which is not getting involved in a war, not allowing people to get in close and throw hooks at him, not getting caught on the ropes, but being mobile, fast, and explosive.
To box, basically. He needs to box.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Why don't you commentate on the ring?
Oh, listen, let's have a...
There he is, Mr. Fowler himself.
The machine.
He's doing bare knuckle fighting in there at the moment. Look. Huh?
No tapes on.
I reckon there's a few bare knuckle fighters in the audience. Let's actually swing around and have a little look at the audience. There's a couple of bare knuckle fighters here by the look at them. Yeah. See that? So you bare knuckle fighters or not?
Not when sober, no.
Not when sober. There you go. We're in Liverpool. We're definitely in Liverpool. Gents, how important? Obviously, you're boxing fans. You come here to see this today. We could have been standing in the rain. Thank God we're not. How important, first of all, is it for Amir Khan coming back after 2 years away?
Well, I think it's important that he just, doesn't do anything, really silly. Just, keeps it simple. He's been away for 2 years, and he can really show, the division what's been missing and what British boxing's been missing.
He's still got something to prove. I think he's been away for 2 years now, and he's still got. You can see it in the press conference. Obviously, he got a little bit heated the other days, you can say, but he's still got a bit of a passion.
Come on, you'd lose it if someone started having a go at you about your missus that they tucked her in last night.
Absolutely, that was. He held it. He didn't hold it together well, but
no, but I think he. But the point is, I think he showed intent. He kept hold of the glass, but he let the water go. Do you know what I mean?
I think the water is more to hydrate Greco. He's looking a bit sore. You have to remember, back in 2016, Amir Khan faced against Canelo Alvarez. He was outboxing for 4 rounds, and the body shots finally got to him, and then he was knocked out. But Amir Khan showed amazing technical ability, and I'm sure he can basically replicate that performance against Greco.
Cheeky Sport Dave's got a rival here, mate. When you're ill, he's in. Gents, thank you very much. We'll come back to you in a bit. Thank you. Right, here's the troublemaker himself. Here's Masher himself. Listen, we were just saying, I was saying to camera when you were kind of having a bit of repartee, really, with Tommy, that it's brilliant to see. I mean, we all love it when there's genuine animosity between fighters, but when you guys are able to be really calm and just flick the switch on the night, it's equally as impressive, if not more, because it just shows how professional you are.
Yeah, well, Tommy's more experienced than me. He's been there and done it, and he started this, this camaraderie of let's get dressed up and this banter and stuff. So I'm like, let's go. I'm game for it. Weeks have gone by. We trained hard, and we had another little plan to do. I hadn't heard nothing off him, so I messaged him and said, "What's going on? You're okay? Are we doing this thing?" What we said? He said, "Yeah." He replied, and I said, "Are we doing that one though that we actually said? Because it's hard to get the costumes. They're quite hard." And he just didn't reply. And I think that's what you said there is where we flipped the switch. And I think I've noticed him. The time's come. It's daunting on him now, and he doesn't want to play about. And it was his idea to start with from the start. But now I think he didn't.
Starting to get a little bit tense.
He didn't reply, and I thought. That's the time now where he's flipped the switch, time to go to work, and I'm like, all right, I'm happy to play right up until the bell start, and then we get serious. But
some people takes a bit more time to
just switch on, and I think he's switched on now, and I respect him for that. As you say, he's more experienced, so it is what it is, and we're just looking forward now to the fight.
Can you confirm for us if you guys are going on after Khan and Greco? I think you are, aren't you?
I don't know. I didn't even know before until I asked Eddie, and I said, what the score, because Joe Gallagher was asking about Tasha Jonas,
Yeah.
where is she at, because she's fighting for her first title. And
She'll be
she's
before
glorified,
you,
you know, glorified amateur and stuff, and I was there, just like, you know, gagging in, and I said, what's the score then? Where am I on? And he said, you're the one before Hearn, I think. So
we'll confirm that with Eddie in
if you don't mind, and let me know as well.
Yeah.
Let me know. So I think I'm chief support as far as I know.
So he was telling us that he helped you on with the Batman outfit in January in the disabled toilet.
Yeah, because I'm not, you know, it's a bit tight on me, whereas this was dead baggy.
Was there a video of that anywhere or not?
We had it on our Snapchat, and I saved it on my Snapchat, so I have got it saved on my phone.
You've got to get it back out there. You've got to get it back.
Messing about.
And where do the outfits come from, if you want to? So if you want more outfits, you want to give them a little bit of publicity?
I don't, as I said, it was Tommy's idea, so they were from Hull, so...
oh, right, okay.
Yeah, Tommy brought them with us, so yeah, I was waiting for... Do you know what? This is funny, because I was messaging him, where are you? And he was on his way. So I'm following a van with boxing on it. And like, boxing, he said, I'm in Birkenhead. And I was like, Birkenhead? I said, you know, we're near the Hilton then. And he went, nah, I am. I'm not too far. And the next thing you know, a van's come in with boxing on the back, and then Tommy's come in straight after him. It was only Amir Khan. So he was following Amir Khan around. So I'm following this man with boxing on. It was Amir Khan.
Would you beat Amir Khan on Saturday night if Phil Greco drops out? If Phil Greco pulls a muscle right now? If he pulls a muscle, look at him.
I don't know about beating him, but I'll fight him. Innit?
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I'm game for anything, mate.
That's a Liverpudlian.
Just not you, Fowler. You stay back. Not him knows me, mate.
Listen, best of luck on Saturday night. We're really looking forward to seeing this. Two brilliant, veteran, experienced British boxers.
He's a veteran. I'm not. I'm just a young boy, hungry.
Well, no, you are experienced enough. Yeah, exactly.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Masha.
Cheers, lads. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Thanks, my mate. Cheers. Thanks, boys.
We've got a competition going on.
We do have a competition going on right now on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Twitter. If you want to join via Facebook, all you got to do is like the Facebook page, answer the question in the comments. Also, share this post. On top of that, if you are watching on Twitter, retweet and follow William Hill. Reply the answer with the hashtag #CarnLowGreco. And there's a bonus chance of winning on Instagram. Follow at William Hill and like the post on the Amir Khan video. You got to answer this question. The question is, who did Amir Khan beat when he last fought in the UK? Yes.
Was it Anthony Fowler? No, it wasn't. No. But Anthony Fowler's here.
He is here. How's it going?
Okay.
Nice one.
Hi, mate. How are you? Nice to see you.
We saw you in there, bare knuckle shadow boxing.
I tried my best, man. It's hard on my own.
How you doing? I mean, I feel like it was only a couple of weeks ago that you were out last time. It was,
yeah.
About 3 weeks ago, was it?
Something like that, I can't remember, but I'm still fresh, I'm still sharp, and I can't wait for Saturday.
What do you do when you've got such a short layoff before another fight? Do you give yourself any time off at all, or you just got to go straight back into sparring?
You're right to taper your training down. Like the week after my fight, I didn't spar, so a bit of an easier week, and then build it back up now for this fight, so I feel great.
And you must be, you're a Liverpool fan, I take it, obviously, with your cousin having played for Liverpool, the great Robbie. It's a great time for Liverpool. So many fights going on here, so many great fighters coming through, UFC coming through, you've got Darren Till, and also the football team flying high. It's a great time, isn't it?
Liverpool's flying, mate. It's a brilliant city, and I'm proud to be from here.
And I'm a huge fan of Ken Dodd, by the way. You can tell by the way I dress. Yeah?
Obviously, you know who you're fighting yet on?
I've got two names, and I don't know who I'm fighting out of the two, so I'm just being calm. Like I always am. I'm always calm and I'm always ready. Have you had a chance of looking at both of them?
I've
watched one of them, and the other fella, I've only seen one, but he looks a strong, tough lad. Should be a good fight.
How do you see it playing out on Saturday?
I just see me going out, taking the centre of the ring, working my army jab, and I see me skills being superior, and I see me knocking my opponents out mid to late rounds.
And then being carried out by 1,000 scousers on their shoulders. Yeah. That's what you must dream of that all the time. You are going to win a world title. I'm telling. I mean, this is one of the guys, by the way, who I've followed and watched for a long time and looked in his eyes, like probably, you know, there's something in your eyes. You have it. You possess it. I know you do. Yeah. And I'm predicting that this man will be a world champion within 2.5 years.
Nice one, mate. Appreciate that. You know, pray to God I am.
It's a great division you're in as well.
Yeah, definitely. I'm watching all the top lads. That lad just beat Lara, Head.
just a big, strong beast. But
he's the same size as you. He's 6'1".
Yeah, he's probably a little bit taller than me. But yeah, he's very tough fighter.
Not much taller. He's got a very long torso.
Yeah.
But he ground Lara down, is what he did. And look, Lara's an old guy now. Canelo couldn't do it to him, to Lara years ago because he was too skillful.
Yeah.
They drew, I think.
Yeah. Canelo beat him.
They beat him, that's right, but it was a very close fight. I think I had it a draw, is what I had.
Here's the boss.
Here he is. Now, just confirm for us, Big Ed. Controversial. Listen, hang on a minute. Oh, that's controversial. That's controversial. Come here a minute. How are you?
Very well, very well.
Did you have a nice holiday in Dubai with the family?
I did.
I loved the pictures of you with your wife.
I know,
it was
it was
so
good.
lovely.
You have to put them up on Instagram every now and again.
Yeah, you do. But I tell you what, I've got to say this. You look like a Hollywood couple in that photo. It was beautiful. We need to clarify something. A lot of us were wondering if Coyle and Masterdodd was the main event, or was going on last, or is it Hearn and Greco?
Of course. I mean, yeah, definitely Amir Khan.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, we've sold 9,000 tickets, and a lot of them are coming to see Amir Khan. But Coyle and Dodd is a brilliant fight. Yeah. Brilliant fight.
And Natasha just before them.
Yeah, yeah, and you got Anthony just before that. We're on air from 7 o'clock. Boxing starts at 4:30. We've got about 13 fights, as always. I tell everybody they're on, and then the office goes to me, have you told so-and-so he's on? I'm like, yeah. And I go, that's it though. And then someone else goes, so-and-so's just phoned up for tickets. They said they're in a 6-rounder. Oh yeah, I promised him as well. So, you know, I'm a weak link. That's why Fowler knows he always gets hold of me and says, when am I fighting next? But
talking of Fowler, okay, I'm predicting in 30 months he could well be a world champion.
Oh, I'm hoping a little bit sooner.
No, that's great.
Everything's moving in the right direction.
He's got it all though, hasn't
he? You know what, I'm really pleased with the way we've been matching a lot of the guys lately because, and they deserve it, but they make good money, right? They make a lot better money in time. But when they fight someone and they chin someone in about 30 seconds, I kind of think, what's the point of that? Because you only get so many chances to learn. Yeah. It's a bit like Boatsi the other weekend in Cardiff. He boxed a guy 6 rounds. I mean, the bloke wouldn't go away. And he had to learn. He got frustrated. Then he started getting hit a little bit. There's just no value in going in there and just destroying someone.
Well,
but when you can punch like Fowler, sometimes you do go in there and destroy them.
But there's also nothing wrong with having a real test. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a 1 in the loss column either.
Well, it depends. Yeah, but it depends what stage. If Anthony was to lose now, the whole perception of this unbelievable future world champion, you can't lose at this stage. But I was just talking to one of Fowler Greco's guys, Hearn guys, about Lara, who lost against Hearn, right? Lara is so boring to watch, and he's got a reputation of being a fighter no one wants to watch. Goes out there, fights like that. Now everyone's going, "Whoa, when's Lara back?" And he lost. Yeah. You know.
Well, I didn't draw him with Canelo all those years ago. He did win it.
But he's a very skillful fighter, but never been good to watch. So if you lose at a certain level, it's not the end of the world. But coming up, like at this stage, it's not just a case of winning. By the way, it's a case of looking good winning. But look at the division now. Again, like middleweight's been quite boring over the years. Now you've got Anthony, you've got Scott Fitzgerald coming through, you've got Sam Eggington, you've got Kell Brook, you've got Liam Smith, you've got Liam Williams. Yeah. So there's JJ Metcalf, Asina Byfield, it's Cheeseman. It's really, it's a great division. And I think the fights with the likes of Cheeseman and Eggington and Fitzgerald are probably only 4 or 5 fights away now for Anthony, because he's gonna have an 8-rounder on Saturday, probably have another 8-rounder, then he'll be into the 10s. Then his British title eliminator stuff.
Well, you got to look at Eggington on Saturday as well.
That's a war, that is. I mean, but like Eggington, everybody wants to fight Eggington because they think that he's easy, but he's also a great.
He's a rugged fighter.
But he's like, Fitzgerald says, I'll step. But those fights, like, you against Fitzgerald's a great fight down the line because he's won Commonwealth gold, you won Commonwealth gold. Yeah. But also Fowler against Eggington is a great fight, vicious fight. Fowler against Cheeseman. Great fight, but this is what's in front of him now. It's just a case of learning, looking good, and obviously making sure you win. But brilliant to have so many great young fighters.
You'll hate me for asking this, but you won't actually, because you know what to do. But are we going to see this heavyweight fight between Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder this year?
Not if you keep reporting the figures you report in the paper, Gary. It's like this is Josh, is it $100 million fight? Give me 50 million, I'll take the fight. So we've made an offer. I'm going to see him next week in New York. The rumours are that they've already agreed to fight Brazil in July, which didn't surprise me. But it has to happen in the next 2 fights of Anthony Joshua's career. Otherwise, I don't think it will happen. He grew up with Anthony, spent a lot of his years. He knows Josh wants one fight. Yeah. That's Deontay Wilder. Yeah. But he's got Rob, who's quite a sensible guy, very conservative. And Rob didn't want to fight Charles Martin. He didn't want to fight Joseph Parker. He didn't want to fight Vladimir Klitschko. But he analyses it and he knows, you know. But
so you've been twisting his arm behind his back
really.
for 2.5 years, basically.
He gets there in the end. Rob does get there in the end. I remember when Carl Froch boxed Yusuf Mack, right? Yeah. It was his fight after Butte. I thought, look, you just had that Butte win. Let's have one easy defence. Yeah. Yusuf Mack. I found this guy number 6 in the IBF in the super middleweight rankings.
Rob found a reason.
I phoned up Rob. I said, got this guy Yusuf Mack. Oh. He went, I've just watched him against Chad Dawson. He's really awkward. Oh, I don't know. I went, Rob, he's going to knock him out within 3 rounds. He went, oh. For months and months this went on. Of course, boxed him, and then we all know what happened to Yusuf Mack. I don't know, who knows? If not, do your research. But listen, he starred in a few movies after that, and it weren't in Hollywood.
You almost did an impression of Rob then, you're talking like that a bit. But what we have seen with you recently, of course, on Soccer AM, is putting your impersonations...
I worry about this, because the more I do it, it's going to become really boring.
Do you know what? No, I was really disappointed. Who was I? One of them, because you've done them for me before, and one of them was really disappointing on Saturday.
Joshua, or was
the Joshua one was disappointing. Schaefer was terrible. He sounded Welsh.
I don't do the Joshua.
Schaefer sounded Welsh. Schaefer sounded Welsh.
Oh, come on. This is a great fight. No, but he had the right arm. Have you seen his fight? I've interviewed you guys.
I tell you that Amir Khan will be the #1 in the world.
Blimey. It's more like Adolf Hitler, I think.
It's more like it. Yeah, but since Amir Khan's fighting on Saturday night, can we have a little bit of Kel Brook, please?
Kel Brook. Oh, baby, I'll be there ringside, you know. I'll be looking at Amir. He's there. He's weak around the whiskers, you know.
Delicate.
Yeah, he's delicate around the whiskers. So he will be there on Saturday. It's going to be a great night.
What's the in realistic terms? Because Amir's a 147 and Kel wants to be a 154.
Well, he doesn't actually. I mean, we've just been talking about it yesterday. He says, you know, I can make 147. I said, Kel.
Oh, Kel did.
Yeah, but he's such a better fighter at 154.
Yeah.
But he says, I know, but, you know, he had a few problems in the Spence fight. He had a throat infection. He couldn't train properly for a couple of weeks. And a fight, I tell you, you have a week or two. Same with Scott Quigg. He had a fractured foot, couldn't quite do the same things for 2 weeks. And all of a sudden, you're eating less, you're cutting your food, you're cutting your water. And when you come to take it off at the end, it don't go anywhere. So, but Kel, I think if Kel wants to fight Amir, he will have to fight at 150.
Yeah.
And Amir will probably want him to make 147.
That fight
of course
so
we
much.
do. Of course
I mean, it may not be a Wembley Stadium fight anymore,
but
it's a 30,000, 40,000.
Yeah, it's a huge fight. Yeah. And I think that there's a great chance it will happen. But Amir's got a win on Saturday. I honestly think, I know he's a big favourite in this fight, but you should speak to the Greco after, because he's good value. But I just spoke to him and Fernando Vargas.
He's looking to create a sloppy Joe on Saturday night, isn't he?
In there.
Yeah.
And, you know...
But
he's in good shape. He's had 14 weeks. You know, he's never had 5 weeks to prepare for a fight. He had 2 days.
Khan can't... Look, he's only lost to Sean Porter and Errol Spence. No shame there.
2 days notice for Errol Spence.
Can't make any mistakes against this guy. But Kel, by the way, was out of the Gale fight.
Yeah, I know.
Mixing it with Mayweather. He was giving it to Errol Spence. Light middleweight. I'll get a light middleweight title. I'll come and get you. He was giving it to him. It was brilliant.
But he's fallen in love with boxing again. He was in Miami. He was in LA training. Yeah. Normally, the only thing he does after a fight is have 5 weeks having a good time. He's in love with it again because he knows the big fights are there. He feels like he's got a second wind after the Errol Spence fight. And the Brook fight, Brook Khan, is a fight we should make.
The camera loves you and you like Jane Russell and Marilyn Monroe, but the director's doing this. Okay. So thank you very much, Eddie. Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Oh, competition time.
It's competition time. Listen. It's always good speaking to Eddie, isn't it? Always good. Always good. Yeah, obviously we got.
It's always good speaking to Eddie when he's doing Kel.
We're giving away 3 pairs of tickets. 3 pairs of tickets for Saturday night. Now, 1 on Facebook, 1 on Twitter, and also another one on Instagram. This is how you win it. If you want to watch it on Facebook, then like the William Hill Facebook page, share this video, answer the question in the comments. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet this post and follow at William Hill. Reply with the answer with the hashtag #KhanLowGreco. And there's a bonus chance of winning on Instagram. Follow William Hill. Like the post with the Amir Khan video. The question is, who did Amir Khan beat last when he fought in the UK?
Follow me. Just follow me, camera. It wasn't that big man there. Whose name's Sauk. Anyway.
You must be over 18 to enter. And
he's very, very shy.
and you got to sort out your own travel and accommodation to Liverpool.
Let's talk about the odds.
Yes, let's talk about the odds. Well, let me pull the odds up.
Cheeky, I'm enjoying myself so much.
Yeah,
I'm sweating.
I see.
In here, man.
I see. That was a good shot. You getting Eddie Hearn on the old impressions there. If you are literally just tuning in, listen. Feel free to rewind for a second and check it out. It was absolutely impressive. But the odds for Amir Khan to win this fight, 1-20, overwhelming favourite. For Greco to win, 8-1.
Well, that's why he can't afford to lose this fight. You know, Phil Greco looks in superb shape behind us through there, chatting to Sky Sports. He looks in great shape. He had 14 weeks to prepare, trained by the legend Vargas. He is coming here to spoil the party. This is Amir Khan's homecoming party, not fought here for 5 years. Greco looks great, he'll be paid well, but he's been brought over here, and I don't mean to lose, because in his mind he's not going to lose, but stylistically he should suit Amir Khan.
It should, absolutely, and I know what you're probably wondering. You're probably thinking, 1-20, not a lot of value in there. Massive odds. But the value for Khan, if you're betting on Khan, is in the round-by-round betting. Khan, rounds 1-3 is 4-1. Rounds 4-6, 3-1. Rounds 7-9, 11-4. And rounds 10-12, that's 9-2.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me any of that. I mean, Greco to spring an upset, 100-1 in the first round, 80-1 in the second round? It is indeed. 80-1 third, all the way through 66s through 4-10 rounds, and then, you know, late in the fight, 80-1 and 100-1 in the 11th and 12th round. Look, no one's expecting him to knock Amir Khan out, but I'm telling you, Amir Khan hasn't got Virgil Hunter with him. He's with a new trainer for 1 month with Joe Goosen, who's going to be up there in the ring with him shortly, I'm sure. Amir's very happy with Joe Goosen, the brother of the late Dan Goosen, of course, trained Michael Nuns, Diego Corrales, some great boxers of the past. He's a very particular, very precise trainer who demands the attention of his pupils. And Amir said that he hasn't had to, he's been kind of eagle-eyed Goosen with Khan over the last month. He said he found it very awkward to begin with, but he's really enjoying it now.
It might be worth a cheeky little punt on Phil Greco.
Always worth a cheeky little cheeky.
Cheeky, yeah, always. Obviously, it's a Khan's been out of the ring.
Cheeky's got some fans over there.
2 years out of the ring.
Should we go over there? 2 years out of the ring.
2 years out.
We've got some cheeky fans over here. Are you Cheeky Dave fans?
Cheeky Dave fans.
Yeah, Cheeky Dave fans. Go on, let him
how you guys feeling?
I'm on busy.
Yeah? What are you looking forward to on Saturday?
Looking forward to seeing Khan.
Yeah?
On the undercard with Fowler and everyone, yeah.
Yeah, we were just saying about how obviously Amir's been away 2 years and he cannot afford to lose this, can he?
No, definitely not. It's a big comeback fight. It's going to build on to the Kell Brook fight and hopefully it does well, yeah.
You're a Kell Brook fan, obviously, yeah?
No. Khan on the way.
Absolutely. Right, cheers. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Listen.
Let's go and see Amir Khan, shall we?
Just a moment. Listen. Amir Khan. If you haven't shared this post yet, this is the time to share it. Amir Khan is stepping into the ring now.
Here he is. Looking great. Looking long and lean and fantastic. Handsome as ever. With Joe Goosen stepping in there with him.
Man, it's good to see him back.
He's after his skipping ropes.
Yeah. It's good to see him back in the ring, isn't it?
Oh, it's tremendous to see him back. Look, as I was saying earlier, you know, Amir became a star as a teenager in Britain. He crossed over culturally. He became a massive star as, you know, as a British Pakistani Muslim. He represented so many things. If you remember back in the Athens Olympics, his father and his mother were wearing Union Jack waistcoats, and it was a beautiful moment in British cultural history at the Olympics when he won that silver medal. You know, and he you know, since then he's a star, Amir. You know, he's going to give us a little nod. There he is. You know, yeah, good man. You know, he has been a great star. He has travelled the world. I mean, a lot of us boxing scribes have literally, you know, for 15 years travelled the world with his fights. You know, and he, you know, we go into his penthouse suites in the Mandalay Bay after he's fought, and he's one of the he's not only is Amir Khan a brilliant boxer. He's not got a bad bone in his body, that man, I tell you that now.
Absolutely, without a shadow of doubt. For a very, very long time, he held up the flag for British boxing for a very, 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 very long time.
As Ricky Hatton's career came to an end, as you know, in the period that before Carl Froch became very famous, Amir was one of the big stars of British boxing, and not only that, he's been, you know, he's he's a celebrity within different cultures. He's a global figure. He has charities around the world. He's got orphanages in Africa. He works with kind of earthquake relief in Pakistan. He gets a military escort, like a royal, when he goes to Pakistan. They treat him like royalty when he comes there. And you know what? For all the critics of Amir, that he's got a glass chin and all this, he's a vulnerable fighter, but he's extremely exciting. I'll never forget the fight with Marcos Maidana at the Mandalay Bay back in 2010, 2011. And he was literally getting murdered for 2.5 minutes in the 10th round. Didn't throw a punch. And suddenly, from the ropes, he's throwing again, and he went on to win the fight. A couple of people have unseated him. Danny Garcia, Paredes Prescott early in his career. But apart from that, the Canelo fight, he stepped up 2 weight divisions, Dave. And it was it could have left his career in tatters, but what it did was it bulged his bank balance at the time, and it was a glory fight for him. I think, he's even admitted afterwards that he wished he hadn't taken that fight. But this is all on the line on Saturday night. He says he feels better than ever. He's mature. He doesn't have to come back. He's not short of money. He's come back to prove something athletically.
What does he have to do in this fight where he's an absolute clear favourite? What must he do in this fight to appease the fans of the sport?
Right. Watch this. Watch this now. See this movement, speed? What he's got to do is that, and then move and move and move. Ring generalship in this fight. Move around. Pepper Greco with shots. Break him down. And then stop him in the late rounds. He will go home happy. The country will go home happy. Liverpool will go home happy. And can't look at that. I mean, look, he had big surgery on his hand last year. A matchbox-sized bone was taken out of his hand, and all the ligaments were reset. He needed that to be done. There'd been an injury there for over a decade. Look, Amir Khan's got nothing to prove, I believe.
Yeah.
He's already done it. He's become extremely wealthy, become a global figure. He has massive acclaim. My God, he even ate loads of insects in the jungle, and survived it, and lost loads of weight while he was doing it, and it was good for him because, he provided entertainment for the British public. It made him relevant again, and I think all those things, The thing is about Amir, and this is the truth now, I've been around him a long time, and I'm a mature man. He's quite an innocent fellow.
Yeah.
He's not. He's an ingenue in a way, and I think we should support him. I think British fans that don't support him, British fans that run him down, are doing him a disservice, because he is a good man and he's done brilliant things for British boxing.
And that's why I'm so glad to see he is such an overwhelming favourite here in this fight. So
have you scared Phil Greco away because he hasn't come in? Have you scared him?
I think Amir Khan might have done that, being on the in the ring over there.
Has our hostess with the mostest, Amy, not found him or not?
He's coming.
He's coming, she said. He's coming, lads. Put your beer down, he's coming.
But let me let you guys know about our round-by-round betting. Obviously, rounds 1 to 6, Amir Khan's at 6 to 4, which is a good shout. Round 7 to 12, we've got 11 to 8.
Yeah.
Low Greco, 1 to 6, 22 to 1. 7 to 12, 28 to 1.
Look, if you want to punt on this fight, the person to bet on this fight is Greco. Does Khan have vulnerabilities? Yes, probably. Has he been away 2 years? Yes, definitely. Has he had surgery on his hand? Yes, he has. Yes, he's fast. Yes, he's adept. Yes, he's got all the stylistic advantages in this fight. But Greco looks in great shape. I want to have a little smell of him when he comes over, if we get near enough. In that smelling way that one smells, sense how someone's going to be. A nuanced smell. I'm not
digging yourself out of there.
I'm not digging my nostrils into his armpits or anything. Not that kind of smelling. But just want to look in his eyes and see how determined he's going to be.
Absolutely.
But because a punt on Greco isn't a bad idea.
Without a shadow of a doubt. Now, guys, you don't have to just watch this fight at home. You can have an opportunity to watch this fight live here in Liverpool on Saturday. We're giving away 3 pairs of tickets to the fight. One on Facebook, one on Twitter, and also one on Instagram. If you're watching on Facebook, like the William Hill Facebook page. Share this right now, because we are going to have a one-on-one with the one and only Mr. Amir Khan, and answer the question that I'm about to give you guys in the comments. If you're watching on Twitter, retweet this post and follow at William Hill. Reply the answer with hashtag KhanLowGreco. Bonus chance of winning on Instagram. Make sure you follow the William Hill Instagram page and like the post with the Amir Khan video. You must be over 18 to enter, and you need to sort out your own accommodation and travel. Now the question is, Who did Amir Khan beat when he last fought in the UK?
I'm not telling you. Google, Wiki, BoxRec.com.
Absolutely.
Okay, here's Phil. Behind us in the ring, Amir Khan moving very adeptly. Here's Phil, the Italian sensation, the man who's come to spoil. Phil, how are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Very good. Yeah, nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
I wanted to have a little look up at you. You looked in great shape.
Yes.
You've had, yeah, you looking in great shape. You had a 14-week camp.
Let's do it right. 11.
11-week camp. Okay.
11.
You've got some legends in your corner.
Right.
Now where is he?
Feroz, ven aquí.
Podemos hablar en español si quieres, ¿eh? O en inglés también. Hablaremos en inglés, but it's a William Hill podcast. So, I want to ask you first of all, can this guy spoil what is expected to be an Amir Khan party on Saturday night?
He's gonna spoil the party.
Party pooper.
He's a party pooper. He came as a party pooper, so we're excited about it. He's been working hard in camp, and I'm very happy with his training alongside with my partner, Jorge Capetillo, that invited me to be part of this camp. So I definitely see an upset coming.
Do you think he's mentally got underneath Amir Khan's skin?
Absolutely. Something that, a lot of this boxing is mental. I mean, before the fight, and weigh-ins and everything. So we know that Amir Khan's been knocked out a few times, and I know that Phil has done a great job by continuing to, bring that up, and that messes with your mind. It messes with your mind as a fighter. I've been down, but I've never been out. So I ended my fights on my feet. So
listen, you're a legend of boxing, mate.
Thank you, appreciate that. So, so I know that when that comes to play, it definitely messes with somebody's head.
There are some amazing odds with William Hill for you to stop Amir Khan, and I've just said to the punters, obviously, you've been you haven't been brought here to lose, but in terms promotionally from Eddie Hearn, he's brought you here thinking the Khan has all the advantages. But there are some brilliant odds with William Hill on you winning. People could make a lot of money on you stopping him on Saturday night. What's your prediction?
I'm going for the knockout. There's no decision in this fight. Look, I made a deal with him, and I'll bring it up at the press conference. He wants to show me who's boss. So if he wants to show me who's boss, meet me in the center of the ring till one of us gets knocked out. I'm willing to get knocked out. So let's just fight in the center of the ring. Who cares?
Way back against, I've covered the entire career of Amir Khan ringside. Way back against Marcos Maidana, he kind of provided a blueprint and way to fight Amir, which is stand with him and punch with him. Yeah. Right. Danny Garcia did it. To a certain extent, Julio Diaz. Yeah. That's a little hint for the competition. Did it when he came here, when Amir last fought in the UK 4.5-5 years ago. Presumably you've got to draw him into close quarters, or you've got to get yourself into close quarters.
I just have to be the best version of myself. How about that? And I'll get the job done. I'm in great shape. I'm focused. Mentally, physically, spiritually. I don't know if he is. I know physically he's gifted, but mentally he's never been. So he's past 30 years old, and once you're 30 years old and you have no legs, he's never had legs in his career. It's going to play a major factor.
I agree with you in the sense that what Amir hasn't done mentally is stopped himself. He hasn't used his best skills always, He allows himself to get traps on the ropes. He allows himself, he should be boxing from range and moving the whole time. That's what, and he gets drawn into a war at times.
Yes,
because he's got that warrior mentality. That's his weakness.
And I like that about him.
No, I do. We do as well, because he's vulnerable.
This is boxing, what I mean? Win, lose, or draw, he's there to put up a fight no matter what. As a boxer, I respect him. I train hard. That's how I respect him. And I can't wait. Just take me to April 21st. Let's have some fun, guys. Let's just have some fun.
You're in. This is a real fight town as well. You know that Liverpool is a massive fight town. Yeah.
Right on. I'm looking forward to coming back and fighting maybe another Brit. Who knows? I love the Brits.
You said you want to take on Kell Brook.
You know what? I'll be honest. The amount of messages that I've got from the Brits, hoping that I knock out Amir Khan, it's unbelievable. Even people from his own community.
Yeah.
This guy is a liar.
Well, there's a lot of people that are very upset how many insects he ate when he was in the jungle, you know.
I don't know, but well, listen, we'll take him. I'll invite him to Dancing with the Stars. I got a good contact in the States.
Brilliant. We've enjoyed you so far. You managed to upset him at the press conference as well.
Let me ask you a question. Did you guys enjoy my fighter series?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen it? You guys gotta check it out. Check out.
I've watched one little clip.
Check out Culinary Fighter on YouTube. Subscribe. Season 2, fighter series. Thanks for having me, guys. I'll see you guys Saturday.
Phil Greco's predicting a knockout on Saturday night. If you believe him, bet, because you're going to get great odds. Thanks very much, Phil.
Pleasure.
Gracias, leyenda. Gracias, gracias.
Just want to take Phil. Just round this side.
While they do their business.
Oh, man.
Wow. So, for me, look, I wanted to sniff him up close. He's very confident, really focused on one thing, which is I'm going to get Khan on the inside and I am going to destroy him if I get the opportunity. And, you know, you can't write this guy off. He doesn't have the hand speed that Amir Khan possesses, but he's saying all the right things. Here he is. How are you?
Good to see you, man.
Good to see you. Nice to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Well, as Greco exited stage left, you came in stage right. You look fantastic, by the way. You really do. I mean, I think you were a little bit cruel to the insects in the jungle.
Yeah. I mean, the jungle was fun. But look, this is where we belong, man.
Yeah,
the jungle,
exactly.
We've had my nice experience in the jungle and living that life. It's not for me. My life is this. This is my life, and this is what I feel comfortable doing.
What should the people at home be looking forward to seeing from you on Saturday?
Well, first of all, you know, I've just done a big deal with Matchroom and also done a big deal with Sky. So it's time where you're going to see a new age of Amir Khan. You know what I mean? I'm at the peak of my career now where, you know, I've got the best years ahead of me. I've got some big fights ahead of me as well. And we're starting off with this Greco fight in Liverpool. Not fought in the UK for 5 years. And that's going to be brilliant. You know, just to come back home in front of my home crowd. Put a fight on over here. I'm really looking forward to that. I'd like to be back on Sky as well. It's going to be amazing. So, I mean, I can see the build-up of the fight everywhere I go. When I take a walk out with my little girl, people are always talking about, oh, you're fighting in a week's time. This was last week. And I was like, yeah, so it's fight week now. It's all about staying focused and just being smart, really.
That's a key word, being smart.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
he wants to draw you into a war. He wants to fight on the inside.
He can fight on the inside, and we've worked on that with Joe Goose, and we worked on a lot of the inside work. So, you know, he's going to have a shock. If he wants to fight long, mid, or inside, we're going to have answers for him. I've done all my homework. I know what to do in this fight. I can't make any mistakes, and having that home crowd support as well is definitely going to kind of push me and drive me.
What's it been like having a new trainer just 1 month into the fight itself?
It's been a little bit longer than that. It's been about 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
I mean, you know, with Joe stepped in, obviously Virgil not being too well. He stepped in and boom, we got on with each other so well. Things just cracked on. And I think it's all about now just working together, being happy with each other. He's not changed much of my style. He just wanted to kind of correct a few areas of the defensive side and maybe the offensive side, to clean a few areas up. But other than that, everything's been fine. I love working with him. We still got some maybe 1-2 tough days of training to do. And, you know, every trainer is different. And I just love the work that he's doing. I mean, he's a very experienced guy.
Sky are stealing you off us, but if I can just ask you one more thing. Can we differentiate between a boxer needing to come back because he needs the money and someone that wants to come back because he's just got ambition because you don't actually need the money?
So I've been quite lucky in that sense where, you know, I'm coming back because I love the sport. And I feel better now than I did when I was maybe at 27, 28. So I feel great at this age. I feel like I'm at the peak of my career. Lots changed in my life, and I'm more in control of everything now.
It's different wanting to than having to, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I want to do this, you know what I mean? I want to, and I know I've got a lot left in me. I've still got a lot left in me, that's why I'm coming back. Otherwise, I would have called it a day if I knew. I know my body better than anyone, so I feel a lot better now. I feel a lot more fresher. So, yeah, man.
Show us that big scar on the hand.
Oh, yeah.
That just to pan in there. Matchbox size cut in there, put all the ligaments right afterwards.
That's it, everything's right.
Whoa!
The hand's good to go.
Lovely.
We'll let you go.
Thanks, Amir. Lovely to see you. Yeah, see you Thursday. Cheers, but thank you.
Back in a bit, guys.
My days. Listen, that was Amir Khan. Listen, this fight
he's a star,
is,
isn't he?
Listen, he's an absolute star. And you can see the determination, the focus in his eyes as he can see not only this fight in itself, he can see beyond this fight and what this fight means going forward.
It's not just that with Amir. That's what I'm saying. He's been in the public eye since he was 16 and a half. He's had the biggest fight nights possible. He's fought in Las Vegas. He's fought on Mayweather undercards. He's led cards himself in Las Vegas. He's headlined cards. You know, he's headlined the very biggest cards. He was the first fight at the T-Mobile Arena when he fought Canelo Alvarez, the first opening of that fight. You know, he's got a big following. He's got a thick skin now. He knows how to take fight. He's got his haters. He's got, I mean, I adore him. I think he's brilliant. I think he's brilliant because he crosses over culturally. I think he's not got a bad bone in his body, as I say. I think he's a brilliant role model for the sport. And I love it that he eats insects in the jungle. And he screams like a baby! No, but all those things make him a brilliant character.
He's an absolute character. Now, guys, just letting you know before we leave, listen, the round-by-round betting is probably the best value for Amir Khan. We've got rounds 1 to 3, 4 to 1. Rounds 4 to 6, 3 to 1. Rounds 7 to 9, 11 to 4. Rounds 10 to 12, 9 to 2. Overwhelming favourite. I'm saying that he's going to take him, and it's going to be a knockout.
Yeah, it's going to be a big upset if Greco gets to Amir. I can't see Greco winning it on points. If it does labour at all, I think Amir will win comfortably. He's got to be careful not to be caught early, not to get in traps, and he's got to move, use his ring generalship, his hand speed, and just outbox this guy, slow him down, get to him with lots of shots, and stop him by about the 8th round.
Absolutely. And guys, don't forget the competitions we've got running. If you haven't had time to have a look, just rewind this stream because it's all there, it's all available. Winners will be announced on Wednesday. So make sure you get involved and get involved with all the competitions. Continue to share this link as well.
We're going to be there on Thursday at the press conference, so
Absolutely.
Don't miss that one. The next instalment of the Cheeky Dave and Gangaz show. Yeah, I nearly got that out.
Thank you very much for joining us.
We'll see you on Thursday.